Hello everybody. I had today a very interesting conversation, and part of it I think can be of value to you. It is just an inspiration, just some thoughts. I was today talking to an artist who is very worried about his artistic future, the progression of his career. And during this conversation it came really to me that actually many artists, perhaps I had also the problem, perhaps I even have the problem, why not? These are my thoughts right now, that actually we are seeing too much the progression of our artistic future, the progression of our career, of our possibilities, too much at something that is not an extension of our art. Instead of seeing the extension of our art, it is something that is making us perhaps, or pushing us into a different role. And I was rethinking it under the perspective how we artists, creatives, you can be also a musician, this is also, I think, something to which every creative person can connect, how we are progressing with our art. Why is our art getting better and better, and suddenly when we want to achieve something more with our art, to go to the level where we are building a future for our art or an artistic career, it is something like a rift suddenly. But when you are thinking actually about it, the way you have developed your art was about making mistakes in the beginning and put off a lot of unnecessary things into your art. And once you have found out what is really working for your art, to express your artistic vision, to express your artistic idea, then you have perhaps discovered what is a little bit essential to your art, and then building on this you could more and more stick to the essential and set priorities that is bringing more of this essence out in your artistic work. So in this way we have progressed from drawing a lot of unnecessary things to drawing or painting or making the music about the most essential things that are bringing in the best way forward our values. And what I am thinking is that the same goes for the progression of your artistic career. When you are seeing it as an extension of your art, it is also about finding out what is really essential to your artistic progress, to express your art, to find the right audience for your art, and you are keeping it to the most essential thing that you know is of the highest value to you, and then you are setting priorities how to bring it forward and thinking it of your artistic career or your artistic future, the future of your art, in a way of extension, and just building on the process that you've worked out for your way until now, but is now extended, perhaps like in the same way you would try to express your art in a different medium. Nevertheless, the essence and the priorities would remain the same. Let's say you are a musician that is playing, I don't play any instrument, didgeridoo and pan flute, I think, is the only things that I can play. So I will just talk in a way as an example. Most musicians will prove me wrong, but nevertheless, when you are, let's say, a saxophone musician, and you know what is capturing the most expression in your saxophone playing, and then you are switching to a completely different instrument, let's say something like a violin, nevertheless, you will seek always in this extension of your musician expression to capture perhaps the same essence. This what is making your music actually so special. And in the same way you can actually think about the instrument of your artistic career, to think that actually there are some things that are essential to your art, and you know where the priorities are to bring the best forward in your art, to make it most understandable for the audience. And then you are seeking an art career that actually is following this essence, and you are building a set of priorities that you are setting, and the goals may be different, like playing a music instrument is a little bit about the artistic expression, and now this new instrument that you are using of an art career is about audience and bringing the audience value. And this might be a goal, but nevertheless this goal can only be achieved by sticking to your essence and by being focused on the priorities you have set. There are some factors that are very important to your art, and that should also remain as your main focus, so you are staying in your core competence actually. And in this way, seeing your artistic career, your artistic progress, your artistic future as an extension of your art can make us artists actually much more motivated and much more letting us remain in our core competence, because we are not then trying to become someone else, perhaps a salesperson that is just trying to get the money. You are not trying to get only a networker so your art is distributed. No, you are staying with your core competence and what is actually making the value of your art. And when you are thinking of it, the possibilities that you are having for your art career are bringing forward the values, are in tune with your priorities, and are making the essence of your art visible or not. In this way, you can put every decision under the judgment. Will it actually be something that will bring the best forward in my art? Another example where I could perhaps explain it, now that I have with the music instrument, it was perhaps not such a great example. Another example for this, how your art is extended, is perhaps for painters, the lighting on their paintings. You have finished already your painting, it is done, you know what the essence of the painting is, what would be the right decisions to bring forward the values of the paintings. You have perhaps an idea, and then it is going to exhibition or in a gallery, and it's about lighting or positioning the painting somewhere in the room, and you actually know that this positioning of your painting in the room and lightening it is all about bringing the best forward in your art. And in this way you are actually extending the process of building your art, of finishing your art, because now the extension on putting it on the right place and putting it under the best light is part of the process, so other people can immediately see the value, the essence, the big idea, perhaps even the vision behind your art, and this will progress your artistic expression. And the same way you can see the tools that you can put into work for your artistic career. In the same way, they are also putting your art, your artistic idea, your skills and everything in the right spotlight, and they are also extending the process actually of your artwork. And you can actually prioritize all the possibilities that you are having for your artistic progress from your position right now under the point of view what is bringing forward my best values. So they are obvious, so the right client is drawn to the values I have to offer. And later on, when you know the right decisions, the right goals, the right fixed points that you can set, you can specify and clarify them. You can work out perhaps a strategy that will make this goal, this fixed point, achievable for you, and also let you remain in your core competence and make your qualities and the essence of your art still visible and approachable for your clients or whoever is now necessary for your next artistic step in your art career. So you can judge then if something that is a possibility for you is actually something that will bring the best out of your art, that make your art obvious, valuable, or is it just an illusion? Is it something that you are just chasing because other people are thinking it's the right thing, or is it something that is corresponding with your core idea and the essence of your art? And by judging the possibilities, you are making it so much easier to progress faster, because you are not anymore losing time with useless possibilities. It is like I was saying in the beginning, like beginning to perhaps draw. First you are setting a lot of lines, and then you, with time, you are learning to just focus on the one essential line that has the highest expression. And in the same way you can learn to use the possibilities, the plenty of possibilities, and narrow them down to the most essential steps that are necessary to progress your artistic career. And in the beginning, the decisions that you can make for your art, for your artistic career, and for your artistic future are perhaps overwhelming, but so was there plenty of the pencil lines that you have set in the beginning of learning drawing. There was an overwhelm, and you couldn't judge which line is the right one, which line can I actually is useless, so the next time I'm drawing I can drop this line. And with time you are developing a skill set of judgment. What are the actually most valuable stepstones on the way to your artistic career, to a better artistic art? And just knowing that you are now switching to a different medium of extending your art. This medium is now called art career, or the future of your art. And knowing that now you have not only plenty of new tools, methods that you can use, but also plenty of possibilities. And it will be a process about narrowing down these possibilities, narrowing down the strategies, the methods that are available, will with time develop something that is just focusing on the most essential things in your art, the things that are making your art really valuable. So it is interesting to sit down and to just have a look on your possibilities right now, the strategies that you can use to progress with your art career, and to judge them under the circumstance of a new tool for your art. And it is really your decision. You can choose whatever you want to, and if you have the time and resources, you can even take the time to try different things and then narrow it down. Like in art, you have also took some time to find the best materials that are bringing the essence of your art forward. You have chosen perhaps oil colors instead of watercolors, because oil colors are bringing more of your expression forward. Whatever it was for you, you have the right, as you have had the right to develop different, to play around with different art materials. Now you have the right to play around and experiment with different approaches to your art career and your artistic future. And of course you can narrow it down by taking on the help of a coach, or even talking with people, or even sitting down and writing a lot about what you are thinking, and then through your thinking trying to narrowing down to the most essential steps, to the most important priorities that you can set. But nevertheless, I think that one of the best steps is to just go out there and try the things out, make them work, see what is the outcome. And like in art, you are just trying out to figure out the best way, and in time this path will appear, and in time you will learn how to set the best priorities for your progress. It is something that is worth thinking about, and it feels more natural to think about art career, the future of your art, when you are approaching it from a standpoint that is already known to you as an extension of your art. And if you have today the time, sit down, write a few things, prioritize them. There are plenty of methods how you can prioritize and make decisions, and with time you have put something together that will bring forward the best possible future for your art. I hope these ideas are interesting for you, and I also hope to see you in my next video. I will now take some time to really think about these possibilities, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, see you soon. Bye bye.